Hi everybody, I'm coming to you today from my dining room, and I'm going to talk to you today about 5 minimal things that I do every day to keep my house in order. They're straightening skills, a few cleaning up skills, but basically straightening. I guess I felt this was important to share with people because I know I'm not the greatest housekeeper, and I felt that if I kept myself to a regimen like this, certain things that I do each day, that was a good start to actually get me implemented into a routine, and I would be able to carry on with adding a few other cleaning tasks to my day. Okay, what I do, first of all, my number one thing is I make my bed first thing in the morning. If I don't do it, my husband does it. So one thing's for sure, our bed is made first thing in the morning. And I guess I am fortunate that I have a husband that doesn't mind doing a few things like that. He helps me out when he can. So that I do appreciate. After I've had a couple of hours to myself in the morning to organize my plans for the day, my thoughts for the day, then I get up, I get dressed, I get my makeup on and that sort of thing, and I get ready to, like as if I were leaving the house. I may leave the house for a little while, I may not, but I get myself cleaned up and ready to go just in case. And in that way, yep, if we don't have anything planned to do for the day, and we may end up leaving the house, then I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. I don't have to say, whoa, wait a minute here, I got to get showered, I got to get dressed, I got to do this, that. I'm ready to go. And for another thing, I think it just makes a person feel good to be all cleaned up, dressed up, makeup on, the whole shebang. So anyway, I do that. Number 3, and this is kind of a lengthy one because I have a few things written down on this idea to express to you. Do your dishes every day, or empty your dishwasher every day, whatever you have. If you do dishes by hand, clean up the mess in the kitchen every single day. And if you have a dishwasher, make sure that's fully loaded and run and emptied. Now for me, for us, it works out well that, yes, on an evening, a nightly basis, my kitchen counters are completely cleared off and cleaned, dishes rinsed off in the kitchen sink and put in the dishwasher, ready to go. Normally, we don't fill the dishwasher on a daily basis. I probably go maybe every 2 to 3 days and then have to run the dishwasher, okay? But my kitchen counters are cleared off and cleaned off daily. The kitchen sink is emptied daily of dishes. So everything is ready to go to be washed when when I have a full load. It's important. It keeps everything looking nice and clean and straightened up. And you know what? The worst thing I hate to wake up to, and I rarely wake up to, are dirty dishes left over in the kitchen. That only happens if we have company and a lot of dishes are used and there's not enough room in one load of the dishwasher and it's running and the others are rinsed up and laying on the counter ready to go in the second load when the dishwasher gets emptied. That's about the only time now that dirty dishes are left sitting on the counter or in the sink in my house. It just makes you feel better to get up in the morning and know that you don't have to face a dirty kitchen and work to do right away in the morning. Okay. Number 4, we're on 4 already, is we take the garbage out on a daily basis. And we do have a garbage can under the sink in the cupboard that actually is rarely used. It's only, you throw papers or like if I take one of those dryer towels out of the dryer, I'll throw that in the garbage under the sink sometimes. Otherwise, most of the garbage is put, we got into a habit of, I have been in the habit of doing this, and I think I got William into the habit of doing it too, where I put a grocery bag, the little plastic bags that you get at the grocery store. I'll take one of those and I'll either put it in the kitchen sink or, yes, unfortunately, I put it on the counter in the kitchen, and I will use that throughout the day to put my trash in. But definitely at the end of the day, or especially when it gets full or aromatic, it gets put out in the trash. And the main trash canister is kept out in our garage. So if not sometime during the day, we take the bag of trash out to the big canister in the garage. Definitely before bedtime, it gets removed from the counter and taken out. And typically, William will do that. Okay. Number 5, and I had trouble actually getting myself started on this one. It's in regard to laundry, doing laundry. I used to have a laundry day. When I was working, yes, every weekend, it would be a Sunday, I would do load after load after load of laundry. So I would be doing laundry practically all day. Sunday got to be my laundry day. And I still, as an adult, had that habit until just very recently. I've tried to get myself into the regimen of doing loads as they build up. Like right now, I've got a load of towels that is just about ready to go. And tomorrow, I will be putting them in the washer and getting them washed. And when that's done, I'll, put them through the dryer cycle too. But I will do the towels tomorrow, the 1 load per day type of thing. What I find with just 2 people in the house, it's not going to be a load of laundry a day. It could be doing a load of laundry every 3 days maybe. But 1 load during that time. Don't bog yourself down with doing load after load after load. Do 1 big load and call it quits for then. Okay? And then maybe 2 days later, if you've got clothes built up that you need to wash, do that. I'd stagger it. Just don't bog yourself down like I used to do. And it's a mindset that I have to change because it's a routine that I was used to doing, having Sunday as my laundry day, do all the laundry on that day. And now I'm working it during the week. It's going okay so far. And I would suggest others try it as well, okay? Those are the 5 things that I really do. Minimally, I would do these to start with to get yourself into a routine. I find it amazing. Growing up, my mother, I do remember that she had Thursdays were her cleaning day. Every Thursday, without fail. She would haul out the vacuum cleaner, and that was a big old steel Hoover vacuum cleaner canister. She would haul it. No, she wouldn't haul it. She would drag that thing through the house, vacuuming as she went. And first she would dust, and then she would vacuum. And I don't remember other things that she did on the Thursday, probably because I disappeared. I got out of that house so fast. But I don't remember her washing windows. I'm sure she must have. I do remember her mopping the floors, the kitchen floor, bathroom floors, cleaning the bathrooms. And I do remember her defrosting the freezer. And I don't know if many, I'm sure there are some out there that do remember the freezers that were part of the refrigerator. Like you open up the refrigerator door and the refrigerator part was down below, and up above there was the freezer part. You had to defrost that thing every so often. There was no such thing as frost-free back in those days. I do remember that my mother would clean out the refrigerator, totally clear it out. She'd totally clear out the freezer, and she'd unplug it, first of all. And then she'd wipe everything down as much as she could in the fridge. She would put a fan in front of the refrigerator, aiming it towards the freezer, and let it set for hours that way while the freezer defrosted. And yes, there would be a buildup of ice, before she did this process. And after hours, several hours passing, the freezer would be thawing out, and she'd be in there wiping it down, making it defrost more with using hot water, until finally it was all totally cleaned. But she would go through that process every couple of months to defrost the freezer because it was necessary. You had to do it back then. So, thankfully, I never had to do that with any of my refrigerator freezers. They were frost-free at the time that I was living on my own. Thank goodness. But I do remember my mother had her cleaning routines, and I just never was in a routine like that. I never had routines like that. I do more so now, though, at this stage of life. So, Mom, it may have taken me many centuries to learn, but it finally sunk in, and I'm working the routines now, okay? I can see she's probably very happy looking down on me, thinking that her daughter finally learned. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that. I hope this kind of helped you a little bit, gave somebody an idea out there on how they can organize their daily routine of cleaning, make it easier on them. And if so, then I'm glad that happened. I'm glad you listened. I'm glad you stopped by and visited today. But that's all I have for now. I hope you're all enjoying your day out there, and I will be talking to you again real soon. But bye for now.